I've been waiting for just the right moment to start living the life of my dreams. I was hoping some magical moment would come rescue me. But it hit me today, there's no better time to begin. This day I've been given is my day to start living, so I'm jumping in. Why not today while the sun is shining? Today while I know I can. Past is behind me, tomorrow can't find me till I live today. Why not today while my heart is ready? Today while it's in my grasp. If I start out slowly, confident knowing I'm still on my way. Why not today? I've been searching in all the wrong places for the courage to follow my dreams, but I finally discovered the power lies inside of me. I could spend my life waiting for something to show me the way, but I would be missing the wonderful blessing of grace today. That just messed everything up. Anyway, welcome to the show. I look out my window and saw a sight that I won't repeat on here, but
don't watch the dogs.
Don't watch the dogs outside. It can derail you very quick.
And then show me. Okay.
Well, they can't. They got to go to the bathroom, I guess, but not right now.
Everybody has to go to the bathroom.
Everybody poops, they say. So the dog standing right next to me doing it while I'm singing did not work so well. So welcome to the show. Thanks for being here with us today. Hope you had a fantastic week. We want to recap a little bit about last week. So I'm going to turn. My name is Eric Dodge. And I'm going to turn the time over to Laurel Dodge.
I thought I was singing the lead song today, and here Eric took right over.
Start it over?
No.
You sure?
Nobody would want to hear that.
Hi, Helen.
That would be pretty rough. Last week, I asked you and talked a little bit about our core values, our strengths. Eric said core value was a little confusing. Who we are, what we're proud of, what we're strong on. And I compiled a little list of a few of them. Determination,
That's
compassion,
good.
Unconditional love of people, nature, animals, giving, organization, worth ethic, and strength. And I had one person that was watching the video message me and say, I can't find anything. And I said, find someone that loves you, or think of someone that loves you, grandchildren, children, friends, and look at yourself through their eyes and see what you think they see in you. And that made it easier for them. So these are important things. It's who we are.
Yeah.
It's something we should be really proud of and develop some of those things.
That's true. Hey,
okay.
Hi, Cher. How are you? Good to see you too. Lots of people are joining us on our live show right now. So is that what you wanted to touch on from last week?
I did, but I also wanted to touch on a message I got from North Germany.
Okay.
Eliza asked me way back when. She said that she has her whole life tried to connect with her family and send cards to them and be things with them, and she's felt like she's not been able to break through that barrier. There were some things that went on in her life that there was kind of a barrier put there. And I messaged her back and forth. We talked about it a little bit. And I got thinking today, as we're going to talk a little bit about what's your why is this important to Eliza to reconnect with her family? It's important to everybody. But on the other side, I thought, in doing these things for her family, she is sending her love to them. And if they don't accept it, that's their problem. And she said, should I give up? Should I quit trying? I don't think you should ever give up, as long as it's not, I know it hurts, but keep trying. There may be a glimmer there somewhere, a breakthrough somewhere, but also I know that when you're doing this, you're sharing your love with them. So that's important, to share your love.
Yeah.
Anything about that?
No, I think that's exactly right on. This week's topic was about why, finding your why. Why not today? The whole song is about finding your why. And we get asked that all the time. And it's such a vague question about what's your why. And too many times people's why ends up being for someone else, when I don't agree with that, because that was my problem for years and years. I'm a people pleaser. And so I get stuck doing stuff for everybody else and I don't take care of myself. And that's the biggest problem that I've had, is making myself my why. So a lot of you have been commenting on what your whys are in our Instagram and our YouTube and our Facebook. Feel free to share those on here on the chat if you'd like. We'd love to see them. What is your why? What makes you get out of bed in the morning? What makes you excited for the day? People always tell me, oh, I hate my job, or I hate this, or I hate that. What is it that is something you enjoy? I know for me, family is a big why. My dog is a why. She makes me laugh every day. I share a lot of pictures of her because she is a comedy. She's like a comedian, a full-time comedian, and causes a lot of stress, but she's my why. What would you like to add?
A lot of people ask me why I decided to go to rehab, and why I decided to go on this weight loss journey. And I decided, first of all, I went to rehab or die. I had that choice and I wanted to live. But I decided that I want to live my life, and my why is to be as healthy as I can, as long as I can, to be able to enjoy the world, to
Yeah.
enjoy my family. I'm a very curious person. I like to know and do things, and I think that's a lot of my why, is I want to feel good and be able to do them, is a why. I want to talk a little bit more about this. I talked to a lady the other day about her why, and she was kind of struggling because she said, I feel like it's selfish. And that's a hard thing for you too, Eric.
Yeah, but I think it needs to somehow be selfish.
Well, your why is about you, and there's a quote here. He who has a why to live for can bear almost any how. And I really like this quote, but going back to the selfish part, in the whole scheme of things, who do you have left at the end? Who did you begin with? Who did you have at the end? Yourself.
Yeah.
You have to take care of yourself. You have to be selfish.
Right.
I don't like the word selfish. You have to be self-caring, is maybe a better word than selfish.
Well, I remember when I was traveling with Marla a lot, she would see me spend all my time and energy helping all these people and running around until I was exhausted. And I would say, I just want to do this with my life. I want to do this with my life. And I showed her all of my goals and my vision boards. She said, there's nothing on that that's for you. Not one single thing. And she said, it's like everybody says, when you're in an airplane, you're supposed to put your oxygen on first. You're supposed to take care of you first so you can help others. And I used to say, well, I just want all this money so I can help my family with this and this and this. She goes, well, what about you? How come you don't have you on that list? And she said, you need to take care of your financial future, your healthy future, before you can help anyone else with theirs. And that's something that's always resonated with me. Was I try to remember that. I forget it every day, and you get bombarded by things. One of my other mentors said, why do we waste so much time? And it's pretty blunt. Why do we waste so much time on people who would never show up to our own funerals? We spend most of our time trying to take care of others and make others, what is the word I'm looking for? Make you appeal to others, or keep up with the Joneses, we work so hard to make others like us when they wouldn't even take the time to show up to our own funerals. And we neglect those who would, because we're too busy trying to please other people. So I know we got a little bit off topic there, but your why needs to be a lot of people's whys need to be recentered and looked at what it can be for you. What is it that you want? And what do you want to accomplish? It does need to be selfish, I think. I think it needs to be selfish.
Self-caring.
I'm not afraid
like
to say the word selfish because we are not ever, we get accused of being selfish all the time. People do as humans, when most of the time we are doing things out of fear, out of insecurities, things like that. We should be more selfish in a way.
Okay.
Self-caring.
Well, and we want to ask you this week, what is your why? Put it on our Facebook page.
Yeah,
Why Not Today Lifestyles.
And be a little selfish, you know. I've gained some weight. I'll be honest. I've got some health issues going on. My why, if I was just to snap my fingers and say, here's what I want to lose 30 or 40 pounds. That's selfish, but I want it. And there's nothing wrong with that. And so be a little bit selfish with what you want your why to be.
I think that's good. You know, I've probably lost over 5,000 pounds through the years.
I know.
How many of you have done that?
I know that
5,000 pounds.
So. I have joined every single weight loss program. And I know the thing that I struggle with is every time you say something online, like, oh man, I'm struggling with health and weight, you get like 800 different people sending you their remedies and their formulas and their this and that. There really isn't a magic formula. I'm sorry, I'm not going to sit here and say you got to do this, you got to be on it. I'll tell you right now, I've done HCG, I've done Atkins, I've done all of those diets. Nutrisystem, good grief, try. When you can pour your meatloaf out of a silver bag, I'm sorry, I don't like that. But
well, the one I will not let you try is the tapeworm.
The tapeworm diet.
No.
I do go to Mexico a lot, and if anybody has any connections on tapeworm capsules,
no.
How do I get a tapeworm?
We're not going to go
and then
there.
Successfully remove it afterwards.
No, we're not.
Oh yes, the tapeworm diet.
So why? I was also talking to another person about their why, and they said, "Well, I've got to really hammer it down and get it real precise and really big and really nice." No. Find one little thing. Start on that. Work on your why. I'm going to be a work in process my whole life.
Sometimes it's a small thing. Sometimes it's something tiny, because I go to the gas station every day, and I'm known around town for this giant mug that I refill. And sometimes it's even on my bike as I'm pedaling around town. But I find joy in that. I find joy in going in and getting my Coke Zero with sugar-free coconut. Now
you're going to get whole bunches of messages.
Tell me to stop drinking soda. Yeah, I get that all the time too. But
it's because people love you.
And my dog particularly loves to go to the gas station. And so every day I take her to the gas station, and people come out and pet her, and they say, oh, she just loves to come over here. She loves to go to the gas station. One of the ladies at the gas station brought her out a treat, a piece of jerky, because she goes there. She's like the mascot.
Yeah, hey, Wendy. Yeah.
And she goes there all the time. So anyway, we got off the tangent, but share your why with us. We're going to do this on Tuesdays. We're going to try to stick with the same time if possible. If not, we'll pop in and say hi, from wherever we are, if we have access or service on our cell phones, because we do travel a lot and we do go out and play a lot. That's part of Why Not Today as well. I posted something yesterday that said the best things in life are free. And I agree with that. Too many people are trying to spend so much money to go on big vacations, which I've done some of those in my life. But some of my favorite and most memorable things for my why have been free campouts, or free walks by the river, or free bike rides to the grocery store, just things like that. Just things that just bring a little bit of joy to your day. So,
all right.
Is that all we had? So
I think so.
I wanted to sing a song. I know we've gone a little longer. I got asked about one, but I have to stand up and look in my closet for the words. This is a little.
Well, while you're doing that, I want to say something. Why Not Today Lifestyles is for both men and women. I found through the last 5 years of my job that men have these issues too, but they don't talk about them. They would talk about them to me one-on-one. And there's body image issues, all the things that women go through, but men have been raised to kind of toughen it up, be tough, deal with it.
This is a
And
mess.
so invite your men friends to come on here too, and they can look at Eric and say, he is a mess, but
He is a mess. Eric's a mess.
maybe he can help me somewhere.
No, I said this was a mess because I wasn't prepared and I wanted to sing a song, but
It's okay.
I don't know if I have the words.
What song were you going to sing?
What some people throw away. It's perfect for the why, but
Okay.
I don't know if I have the words
Okay.
for it.
Well, you used to know them, but I bet it's
That one we've
bet
never
it's there.
done much live on that song. See, I keep a track of all of my songs. I have so many of them, and I love that you would request them and that you know the songs that well. But for some reason, this one
You
is
don't have
not one that I do all the time.
Okay.
I have the Nashville charts.
Invite your friends to join with us. We are doing this for support from you, and hopefully you're getting support from us, and we're trying to make a little community to try to live healthier, to be happier, to share some of our adventures, to share some of our sadness. It takes a tribe. It takes
You
a
know,
tribe.
we've been getting a bunch of chats, but this hasn't been keeping up. I don't know what's wrong with it. Gross. Are you saying the tapeworm's gross?
Gross. He does
Frank,
not want a tapeworm.
Everybody has been
It
talking
is
to
gross.
us.
It is gross. No.
I don't know.
No.
It'd be a little pretty easy. I could eat cookies every day, and I could eat whatever I want. Maybe I just need to
you
go
wouldn't be
drink
eating
out of.
your-
I'm gonna go down and drink out of the river
Don't
after
you
this.
do that. Get Giardia. Oh, the things I put up.
Oh yeah.
Mm-mm.
So this song was requested. I'm going to do my best. Here's the story behind it. When I was out in Nashville, it was sent to me, and it was also sent to a country singer at the time named Kevin Sharp. Many people knew him. He was very famous, and he was battling cancer. Anyway, Kevin ended up passing away after he recorded this song. I also recorded at the same time. Neither one of us was able to do much with it, but the message behind the song was really good. So I hope that being put on the spot like this, I hope it works. So thank you for being here.
All right.
That's not it.
And Frank, I think you're really tough. I get a kick out of some of the posts Frankie puts on me. I shouldn't call you Frankie, but Frankie, it's where you are in my head.
An old piece of rope held up his pants. As I backed up, he threw up his hands. So I got out and closed the door and asked him what he stopped me for. He reached down and picked up a burlap bag. At the city dump, he showed me all he had. A blanket for the colder nights, an old King James and a pocket knife, a worn out watch and a lucky rabbit's foot. A picture in a broken frame said, I wish I knew her name, as he gently brushed his hand across her face. What some people throw away. Turned to hide my tear-filled eyes, then shook his hand and said goodbye. To me it was just a second blow, but he held it like a bag of gold. I was too ashamed to tell him at the time everything he was holding was mine. A blanket for the colder nights, an old King James and a pocket knife, a worn out watch and a lucky rabbit's foot. A picture in a broken frame, he'll never know I knew her name. What I'd give to put that smile back on her face. What some people throw away. It broke my heart to hear that old man say, what what some people throw away. Thank you all for being here. Why not today? We will see you next time.
Have a good week. Post your whys.
Post your whys. Join us on our social medias.